Democrats have no business celebrating in Chicago while genocide is unfolding in Palestine every day. And the reality is, whether it's genocide or any of our other demands, there is nothing the city of Chicago can do to stop us from coming.
Tens of thousands of protesters are expected to descend on the DNC here in Chicago over the course of the festivities this week. Some businesses have been boarding up their windows and doors. Violence is reportedly a fear among Democrat lawmakers. Axios reported that lawmakers coming to Chicago have been told, do not book your hotel room in your own name, because the hotels have been getting random calls asking for people, trying to figure out where they are staying, which is a bit unnerving. Now, dozens of lawyers say that they are lined up to help any arrested protesters. So with that, we bring in retired NYPD Inspector Paul Morrow, founder of OpsDesk.org and a Fox News contributor. Paul, great to have you with us today. I know that you always dig into sort of the stories behind all of what's going on here and the security situation, what the real fears are of some of the people on the ground in this environment. What have you learned about that as far as this week goes in Chicago, Paul?
Well, Martha, the truth of the matter is that these things are lost or won in the planning. And for the last year, a coalition of law enforcement, a task force, feds, state, local, have been putting together their operations plan, and it's literally a plan. It's a booklet that is going to designate who's going to be where, how they're going to secure the site, how they're going to deal with the protesters, and so on. And there'll be a lot of assets out there. Chicago PD is the second largest police department in the country. They have a lot of assets, a lot of experience. They've dealt with a lot of large-scale events. They've also imported about 500 cops from outside of Chicago who will reportedly just be on traffic control posts and perimeter posts. But let's remember something. At the same time, Chicago PD has to secure Chicago writ large. And Chicago has had a lot of violence. And we know that. We've been reporting on it. And so they're really going to be stressed here. The activists know all of this is going on. A lot of them are very experienced street activists. They use secure communications. They have their own ops plan. And so right now there's all this positioning going on, and it's going to come down to the execution. But from what I understand and from what sources are telling me, the forces here of law and order are well prepared, and so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, they've obviously worked to keep the protesters at a distance, and they've been battling with the protesters over that because they feel it's their First Amendment right to be within an earshot of people coming and going from here so that they can have their feelings known on all of this. I want to play this. This is the third call for that we have. It's the interview with the demonstrator, Lawrence Mouchard, talking about what the tenor will be like of these protests. Watch this.
Our protesters for Palestine are going to be peaceful in Chicago. You know, we're worried about the police, the CPD. Are they going to bust heads there on innocent people? You know, we're worried more about the Chicago Police Department or the security forces for the DNC than we are about or just as much as the pro-Israeli people. We're not fascists.
All right, we'll see what happens. Paul, thank you very much. Good to have you with us today.
Thank you.